As human beings, we have experiences that touch the core of our being, mentally, emotionally, physically, socially, relationally, financially. We are touched in some way by something. But being touched can cause us to seek to move to a new place that we can have new and different experiences. We are not meant to stay suffering and wallowing in self-pity when things happen to us. We can seize the moment and begin to live again. The people who have impact upon us politically, religiously, educationally, and in all the areas that we form our beliefs in, they all have had experiences. But they made a choice not to let the experience define them by emphasizing the experience. They chose to overcome so that they could experience life more. Every person can be a drop of water that begins a flood. By taking advantage of a seeming fault and stepping over the fault line and becoming a new person and becoming the catalyst for the change that others may be seeking. Movements are founded out of a need, a desire to be better. And from time to time, light bringers show up who impact upon us and lift us out of where we have rested for years to seek a new experience. The voice of one crying in the wilderness, "Prepare ye the way of the Lord, make his paths straight," is the cry of every light bringer. A light bringer is one who causes us to come to know the truth about ourselves. Some word, some action, something said or done that causes us to stir into action to experience a difference. From the beginning of man's experience, and we can go through the Old Testament according to the Jewish part. We can go through the Egyptian, we could go through the Mesopotamian, we can go through the Greek, we could go through the Romans, we can go through the Germans, the English, the French. We could also go to the tribes of North America, the nations of Africa, of Asia, wherever man has been. The path to upliftment comes through a voice crying out, "It is possible." Somewhere about 44 years ago, a woman impacted upon a community and created the Universal Foundation for Better Living out of a prior need to experience physical healing. The message is that I can do better, that no experience in the human form can keep my spirit dead, that I have the power to challenge myself to resurrect. You see, resurrection means to come back to life. And many of us live in darkness and live in death, believing that where we are is where we should be. And many of us fail to grasp that life in us comes to experience life abundantly. And the only way we can experience life abundantly is when we come to know who and what we are. The message of UFBL is the same message of most New Thought organizations. You see, the Universal Foundation came out of unity, out of Charles and Myrtle Fillmore's preaching and teaching about health and well-being. That you don't have to suffer. Because suffering comes about by forgetting who and what we are. That we are expressions of life, and by seeking to live, we draw ideas of how to live and how to experience that which is better than we are now experiencing. Lightbringers capture the hearts of others and stir them into action, believing that they could live the life that the Lightbringer is living. In the past century, we have had about 3 prominent light bringers in the political world. We've had the Mahatma. We have had in South Africa, Mandela. We have had in the United States of America, Martin Luther King. And we forget sometimes that in the religious world, we had a Johnny Coleman who captured the hearts of thousands of people in the cities of the United States and influenced first and foremost people in Trinidad and Tobago in the 70s, influenced people in Canada in 1980, influenced people in Guyana, in Jamaica, because people had a need to be better than the experiences they were having. It is sad sometimes that when the light bringer goes, the movement falls. The only movement that I think I can pull from my memory is the movement formed by a rabbi from Nazareth called Jesus. Today it's called Christianity. And by another rabbi called Paul of Tarsus, who still impact upon our lives. The message is, Christ in me, hope of glory. That there is a spiritual component to my being. And if I seek after it, I will find it. And by finding it, I could live a healthy, happy, and prosperous life. I came into this movement in 1981 because of a statement. I am one with God. I am one with all life. I am one with all people. It impacted upon me at that moment because I had a need to experience a healing. My self-concept needed to be changed. I had given power to other people who had helped me build my life on falsehoods. And when I heard I am one with God, one with all life, one with all people, I realized I don't need to look up to anybody. I don't need to look down at anybody. I need to look across at everybody. That all of us are coming from the same place, having different experiences based on different beliefs. And the first belief that I learned from UFBL is that I am one with God. Just think about that for a moment. That when we say God, we are not talking about a being somewhere out there. We are talking about the foundation of our own being. That there is a centered part of us that is God. All that there is and nothing else. That we don't have to reach out to God. We just have to turn within to the God presence in us, from which cometh all our health, all of our strength, all of our wisdom, and all the substance that we could ever have need of. This is what I learned from the Universal Foundation for Better Living. I learned that wherever I am, there's this presence and power. Wow! This allness, this reservoir, this all-sufficiency that is everywhere present equally at all times. That I don't need to move anywhere to find God. That God could be found wherever I am. Mentally, physically, emotionally, wherever I am in those states, God is available. Because God in me is the hope of all fulfillment. So looking out is not something that I do. Looking in is a practice that I had to take upon me to experience the fullness of myself that could never be experienced in its totality. This morning we celebrate the life of Johnny Coleman. Why? When she started her movement, women were not seen as religious leaders. Women could not go into the pulpit and preach. But she did. So today we are not only celebrating a human being, we are celebrating a strong woman who by the grace of the Almighty powered through many difficulties to establish an idea that she had in mind. This is why she became the catalyst for many who are willing to stand up and live an idea that sets them free. You see, until you live that idea that you say you are, you could never be free. In each soul there is a dream. A dream is a star that shines over your heart day and night, asking you to join it in the celebration of life so that you can influence family members, friends, co-workers into a new path so that they could experience themselves. In each one of us, there's a catalyst, a little light that Jesus said, let your light shine before you, that others may see your behavior, listen to your words, see your actions and your reactions, and you could influence them to make a change. If you are not a change agent, you are someone who holds the key to the jail of others as you imprison yourself longer and longer. Our work as human beings is to live as lights and to bring peace and joy and happiness wherever we are. Not confusion, condemnation, and criticism. To be agreeing with our adversaries quickly. It doesn't matter what you say about me. You know nothing about me. So all that you are saying about me is your own opinion, which I have no respect for. Because why? I am still trying to find me. So how could you know me when I don't even know myself? There's so much in all of us, but sometimes we allow the words of others to hold us back. We believe that other people are right. We give power to them, and we kill the seed of hope that could make a difference wherever we are. People like a Johnny Coleman, when being told that what she was doing was not the right thing to do, continued to do it. We might call it martyrdom, but Jesus puts it this way: no greater friend hath a friend than a man lay down his life for his friend. You must be willing to give all of your living to an idea that is closer to you than any human being. You must live your dream. It is not until you live your dream that you could be fully alive. As you live your dream, ideas to help you live your dream keep flowing and flowing, never stopping. It's like a flood that has occurred because you have one single thought that is so important to you that you give all yourself to. If you are not willing to lay down your life for your dream, you can't live. To live means to be actively engaged in living life to the fullest. Stop being a member of the congregation. Start being the leader of your own congregation. Let the world know that you came to live and to help others see the truth about themselves. This is not about numbers. Jesus said it this way: if the shepherd has a flock and one sheep goes missing, he leaves the flock and goes search for that one sheep. The one sheep that you influence in your life become the seed that will produce a great forest henceforth. You might think you are insignificant. You may think that your words do not matter. You may think that your actions ain't worthwhile. But Spirit in you sees it differently. God said to Abraham, go from your country and from your kin and from your father's house to a place that I will show you. You got to stop doing the same things over and over. You have to be tickled by something in you that says, get out of this mess and go to a new place in consciousness, and I will build of you a great nation. And whatever you bless will become a blessing. That's our role. Is to seize the moment and move to a new mental disposition and create a new consciousness that you can become a blessing to others. The election is finished. However you voted, it is finished. Leave the politicians alone to do their bidding. Don't carry them on your shoulder. They will do what they have to do. But you do what you have to do. You may not be happy with the results, but your life should not stay stuck because of somebody else's vote. Vote to live a healthy, happy, and prosperous life. And do like Paul. Forgetting the things of the past, I press on to fulfill my own dream. Live your dream. Concentrate on fulfilling your dream. Use people like a Johnny Coleman, like a Jesus of Nazareth, like a Gandhi, like a Mandela, like a King. Influence the world so that it could move to a new place. That's your role. That's your commission. To go ye into all the world and tell people that Christ in you is the hope of glory, that they can do whatever they want to do because they can change their mind. Tell the people in your life that they can change their lives by changing the way they think, first about God and secondly about themselves. This is your commission. Not to sit by idly and do nothing as the world around you crumbles. No. Let Spirit in you guide you to build something that is positive. It doesn't matter what they say about you. Remember that nobody knows who you are. Once your intent is good, do it. Stop asking yourself what the results will be. They will be what they will be. Stop holding yourself back. Why are you pulling the reins of your team of horses back? Let them go and see the glory that your life could be. Live your dream. And in living your dream, let others realize they too can live their dreams. And it doesn't matter how old you are, in every heart, there's a dream. Hello now. Your dream is not for other people. It's for you to bring out all of you. And doing so, you tell the world that with God, all things are possible. Most light bringers came from humble beginnings. They didn't start off in the high levels of society. Out of Nazareth, can anything good come out of Nazareth, of Laventille, of Boys Town? Can anybody come out of that? Yes, I can. Tell the world I came out. It's not the circumstances of your birth that make you who you are. It's the spiritual aspect of your being and your willingness to follow it that make you who you are. Don't let people define you by who you were born to, the conditions of your birth. Don't let them describe you by your gender and whatever you do with it. Don't let them describe you by your race, your ethnicity, or your profession, or what you choose to. You are not the job that you do. You are not what you look like to others. What you look like others is being described by them based on their what? Beliefs about you. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can climb any mountain you choose to. Believe that you could reach the height of any mountain that you choose to and you decide to travel to. Don't let the thoughts and actions of others limit you. Realize that your God, my God, is infinite. And since I have been created in the image likeness of God, my mental state is limitless. I don't have to conform by emotion. I set aside emotion and I seek to become all that I can become. I will be what I will myself to be. Whatever I will myself to be, a way will come for me to go there, to become that. The traitor is not outside of us. The traitor is the belief that we have about ourselves, the limitation, the boundaries that we set up in mind about who we are. Free yourself and begin to live. Stop thinking yourself as. Think yourself as Spirit has commissioned you to be free, to travel in any area you so desire. Don't let the walls set up by others keep you out. Use the walls set up by others as an opportunity to see how strong you are to break down the walls of others. Don't live outside of the gates. Create no gates, see no gates. Be free to travel. This is the message of a Dr. Johnny Coleman. That you have a right to all the gifts of spirit. You have a right to faith, to perceive dreams and live them. You have the right to love, to experience oneness wherever you are. You have the right to wisdom, to come in and know, and to do the right thing, say the right word at the right time. You have the right to strength, to be strong, to be firm, to be courageous, to go after your dream without compromise. You have that in you. You have power. The ability to do whatever you choose to, because all power lies within you. Stop making excuses and saying, I can't. What you are saying is, I will not. You have imagination. To creatively in mind see pictures that no one else can see. You have that. You have the power to say, I will. Because will is the executive power that orders action. I will. When I say I will, I must. You have understanding to comprehend, to decide, and to make wise decisions. You have the power to put things and put your own life in order, to know that life is a process. We go from one to the other. We don't skip. That the more orderly we are is the more disciplined we are, and the better we have in working things out. We have the power to get excited, Have you ever done something that began in the morning and it's 2 o'clock in the next morning and you just want to keep going? Because you're excited? Because the Spirit is flowing and you cannot stop? You have that in you. The ability to go without stopping like the pink rabbit. You have the power to forgive, to release from consciousness anything that is not in accordance with you. You don't have to hold things for 40 years. You don't have to hold things for 40 seconds. You don't have time to hold on to things that are not working in your life. Or people who are not working in your life. You have the right to declare, you have no power over me. I release you. I let you go. And you have this wonderful thing called life. Wow. The ability to move, to have being. And with life comes the ability to think. Hello now, to observe, to build, to grow. You have all of that. So nobody on the outside is capable of stopping you unless you give them power over your mind. Be not afraid of he or she who may be able to destroy your body. Be afraid of that person who could get into your mind and take away your power. You are a powerful being. And people like a Johnny Coleman, a Mandela, a Martin Luther King, a Jesus of Nazareth have been trying to tell us that for the last 2,000 years. They come, we get emotionally charged, and when they are gone, we go back to the same old way of life. Because we see them as the power outside of us. There is no power in Jesus, no power in King, no power in Johnny Coleman. All power is given unto me. They are the catalyst for my movement. My realizing that I have power, but I have to use my power to go where I want to go. As we celebrate the life and the teachings of Johnny Coleman, we want to say thank you. You have caused me to make a shift. And we know that wherever you are, God is. And for us, we say, we know that wherever we are, God is. God bless you.
Today I'm gonna try to change the world. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I've made my resolution, I've opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change the world. I'm gonna say hello to my neighbor, gonna greet them with a smile. I'll shake the hand of a stranger, sit and talk with them for a while. I'm gonna tell someone I love them from the bottom of my heart. Today I'm gonna try to change my world. Yes, I will. Well, today I'm gonna try to change my world. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I've made my resolution, opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change my world. I'm gonna make sure that my children know right from wrong. I'll never turn my back on those who need someone. Always gonna try and see myself through another's eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change my world. Sing with me now. Yes, I will. Well, today I'm gonna try to change my world. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I've made my resolution, opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change my world. Richard Whiteman. I've made my resolution, I've opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try. Well, today I'm gonna try to change my world. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I've made my resolution, opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change my world. Just us now. Well, today I'm gonna try to change my world. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I've made my resolution, opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change my world. One more time. Well, today I'm gonna try to change my world. I'm gonna take it one day at a time. I've made my resolution, I've opened up my eyes. Today I'm gonna try to change my world.